Across the world, there are a multitude of paranormal hotspots and paranormal locations. You've got the Conjuring House, sort of, not anymore, but you had the Conjuring House. You've got Penhurst Asylum. You've got 30 East Drive. You've got all sorts. And you've also got, well, what is deemed to be a very paranormal location within Nevada, the Clown Motel. Now, the Clown Motel over the years has built up a bit of a reputation for this quirky roadside paranormal attraction, but it has been dubbed America's scariest motel due to its clown-themed decor and proximity to the old Tonopah cemetery, right? Basically, it's an incredibly haunted location. And across the years, you've had a multitude of incredibly well-known people going over to the motel and swearing its legitimacy as a paranormal hotspot, not just for the creepy clowns, but for genuine paranormal activity. That was until the Side-Eye Guy, a popular debunker over on YouTube, actually paid the motel a visit himself when he was in the USA and basically exposed the motel for having absolutely nothing going on. But a little bit more about the motel in case you didn't know. So it was actually founded in 1985 by Leroy and Leona David as a tribute to their father, Clarence David, who was buried in the adjacent cemetery after dying in the Belmont mine fire. Now, Clarence was an avid clown memorabilia collector, and his initial collection was of 150 clown items formed the basis of the motel's theme. Now, the ownership did change to Bob Pachetti, who purchased the motel and ran it for 22 years, and in 2019, Vijay Mahar acquired it with his brother Haim Anand as CEO, who rebranded it the world's most famous clown motel and expanded its eerie appeal. Now, obviously, just off the beaten track in Nevada as well, it gives it this kind of, it's just in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. Like, it's just there, right? So it adds to this kind of really creepy vibe. Now, the motel currently boasts over 6,500 clown artifacts, including dolls, ceramics, posters, and life-size figurines, and displayed primarily in the lobby's Clown Museum. Now, the collection has grown from the original 150 pieces, is fueled by donations from visitors who come from worldwide to come and visit this eerie location. It has become a very, very haunted attraction, or like, you know, I think we use the term attraction a bit more, but it has built up a bit of a paranormal reputation in recent years. So in recent times, right, the motel has become very famous for reported paranormal activity, including cold spots, disembodied voices, knocking, scratching, and the sensations of actually being touched. Now, the cemetery spirits, including miners and Clarence David, are believed to actually haunt the motel, with some claiming that clown statues actually act as vessels for the ghosts. Now, to kind of double down on this, the motel has really leaned into this aspect, and they've started offering ghost tours at the motel as well. So it does offer guided ghost tours with a medium, including after dark cemetery visits for $10 a pop, and popular among ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. And it has also, you know, garnered a lot of media attention off the back of this. It has had its very own kind of movie franchise dubbed to it, and it's also been featured on the likes of Ghost Adventures, and it also attracts the likes of many YouTubers, right? So some of the people that have actually visited are, of course, Zach Bagans and the Ghost Adventures crew back in 2015, Christopher Sabella, Joseph Kelly, Natalie B. Compton, Amy from Amy's Crypt, Mallory Mackey, and also the likes of Sam and Colby have visited this location, really ramping up the interest in the paranormal intrigue in this location, swearing blind that this is a paranormal hotspot and that they've experienced, every single one of them has walked away with some kind of creepy experience. One of the creepiest is probably one of the haunted dolls, or, you know, clown dolls, moving allegedly on its own. So, you know, you can see why this place has become so popular, but it has also become notably run down over the years. So that it has been under renovation since 2019, But from reviews, people state that the motel is a mix of creepy and fun with clean but dated rooms. Some praise the staff for being friendly, particularly Vijay and Christopher, who are of course the owners. But they do note issues like unpaved parking lots and unclean linens. The prices range from $90 to $125 per night, roughly, and some issues include mice sightings, outdated bathrooms, and the occasional unprofessional behaviour from staff, though the renovations are currently ongoing. So that's just a couple of things to kind of take away from the Clown Motel itself. But the key point for the video is the fact that all of these people that I've kind of listed off have been to the motel and have sworn that, they've experienced something paranormal. Well, this is where we cue in the Side-Eye Guy. So the Side-Eye Guy is obviously a very popular debunker over on YouTube, who has been doing a bit of a tour of the USA, going to these more, haunted locations and attractions, and has basically gone through with it and to see if it's actually haunted from a skeptical point of view. Now, interestingly, the Side-Eye Guy goes in and experiences nothing, to put it bluntly. Video over. But he does note the creepy appeal, so he does state that, the Clown Motel's polarizing reputation, with some drawn to its spooky clown theme, while others are deterred by the poor cleanliness. It's a niche as a creep fest, and reinforced by the sparse parking lots, where there's only 6 cars available, compared to the busy lots everywhere else in Tonopah. But, he does have a humorous review about it. But in the room's experience, so basically, he stays in room 108, which is themed after Pennywise from the Stephen King novel It. Lighting was dim, and the Pennywise mural, an annoying motion-activated skull, which kept on going on repeat. But room 108 is apparently known for its paranormal activity alongside room 107. Those are apparently some of the most haunted rooms available within the motel. And he experienced nothing. It yielded absolutely no supernatural events for the Side-Eye Guy, despite the guest reports of furniture allegedly moving or walls actually being torn apart. Genuinely, those are some of the reports that have come out about the motel. Furniture moving alone and, walls being torn apart, which is absolutely insane. Now, Seg did go on an 1.5-hour tour, led by Wanda, who was apparently a psychic, which enthusiasts, makes them excited and exposes the motel's history. But Wanda describes the motel as a memorial to Clarence David, who of course was the miner that passed away in the Belmont mine fire. So basically, to cut a very long story short, he does try and, communicate with some spirits, likely, through an EMF meter or spirit box, but exhausted and skeptical, abandons the effort, questioning why ghosts would haunt the motel at all. So I think the takeaway from this is that it was an overhyped sensation, right? Which, it is a pretty creepy place and probably somewhere that many people would want to go and visit because it's a one-off experience. But if you're going there for a paranormal encounter, maybe just don't expect anything super creepy to happen like you would see in typical YouTube or paranormal TV shows. But what do you guys think? Would you still go and visit the Clown Motel, or is it just not for you? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump to the hell out of the like button. Obviously, go and check out Seg's full video if you want all the context. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.